Nick, you know what it's like to win a county championship for the Bears. These lads should be quite proud.
Oh, Brian, immensely proud, really, for all that they've achieved, and maybe a little bit like the year when I was captain, actually. I don't think anyone fancied that we had any chance at all, so I guess when you win, not against the head, but I don't know that many people have backed this team to have won this year. Perhaps it makes it even more special when you do finally get over the line. I like the side, I like the balance of the side. I think it's nicely balanced in the sense you've got some really exciting younger players. Dom Sibley obviously coming back as well. Help, they get off to really good starts. They've got two players there that at the top of the order that I wouldn't say unfashionable, but you know what I mean when I say that. They're players that like to occupy the crease. They give the side a good start. And they've worked really hard, and they've had some senior players come back at the end. I mean, I'm nothing but praise and so proud of them.
It's been mentioned that that wasn't a real one standout contributor, and in a way that's testament to the whole squad, isn't it? Because so many players have stepped up with a vital contribution at an important time.
Well, I mean, you might say that about a few Warwickshire sides in the past, might you? I mean, and I think that says a lot about the culture, the environment that's at this club, and the way that the players are feeding off that culture. And you know, when I come back to this club here, I come to a night like this, I feel so proud when I park my car and I come up. Okay, it's a little different to what it was when I played here with the new stand and the facilities as they are now. But you still, and Tim Munton will say the same thing, Gladstone Small, all the players that were lucky enough to represent this club, we have this sort of, I don't know what you describe it as, but a real pride in representing the club. We've got this WhatsApp group where we're all on it and we're all following the players. You know, every move they make, someone's texting how they're doing and what they're doing, and there's a great interest. It's not just you play for the club, you finish playing for the club, you either retire or get sacked, and then you go on to a different thing. Of course we do that. It's amazing how many people keep a real interest in the club.
I think the Bears family has been mentioned a couple of times tonight, and it must help the players to know that there's this big collective goodwill behind them, not just because obviously not everyone can get to matches, but there's an ocean of people out there willing the Bears on, and you mentioned it, that very much includes the former players.
Yeah, and we've got this evening tonight, which has been amazing. It's been fantastic to see senior players, older players, younger players, and actually, I mean, I'm hosting it, and I got Dennis Amiss. Now, Dennis wasn't part of the original script in terms of doing a Q&A or speaking to Dennis, but I felt it was important that the younger players hear from Dennis, because Dennis is an iconic player, a legend of English cricket, let alone Warwickshire cricket. And actually what I noticed, having hosted the function, was that you couldn't hear a pin drop when Dennis was talking. You could not hear a pin drop, and everybody wanted to hear what Dennis had to say. Now, in the end, I said to Dennis, just he only wanted to speak briefly. In the end, he took it on because he wanted to talk to them, and I think that in a way sums up what we're talking about. That, Dennis has been around for a long time, but the history of the club, even the younger players here, they all respect Dennis Amiss. They all want to listen to Dennis Amiss, and that says a lot about the club and the history of the club and the interest in the club.
And just finally, it was very interesting to say Dennis very firmly saying, well done fellas for this year, now go again, and let's win some more trophies.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's a given, isn't it? And I'd like to think that this group of players and the way they're coached and the way the setup is now, that they don't really need to hear any of us say stuff like that. I mean, it's absolutely relevant that he does, and we will say it, but I think they're a type of players, and the way they're set up, they'll go out and do absolutely everything they can this winter to prepare. They'll learn some hard lessons along the way, I'm sure. But to hear, like you say, someone like Dennis Amiss just confirm that message is what they will have heard. Yeah, I mean, I think they're a good side. I think they've got still a lot of work to do. I still think there are areas where they need to improve. Of course they do, any side does.